In the morning, there was something else. The village was covered in a thick cloak of fog. The cool air was shaking the branches of the trees, and the voices of the birds were heard far away. But there was a special vibe in the village air that day. A new station was built on the edge of the village, a raw brick building, old wooden benches and a long platform, but the most unique thing was the single track that stretched from the center of the village to the far side. People wondered how such a large train would run on the same track. Some were afraid, some were happy, and some considered it a mere spectacle. The children were the most excited. They stood near the track with small flags in their hands. The women were reciting prayers that the journey went well. The elders of the village were leaning on their sticks and talking among themselves. Where does this iron take man? In our time, camels and horses were everything. During the same discussion, a strange scream broke out. Suddenly, there was a slight tremor in the ground. A deep whistle sounded in the air. The children shouted, "The train is coming! The train is coming!" Smoke was seen rising from the distant mist. First the wheels appeared, then the giant of iron. And finally the whole train came out of a confused world and descended into the village. The clouds of steam rose to the sky. The people stood their ground. Some were happy on their faces. Some were afraid in their hearts. The driver peeked out of the window and smiled. His face was as confident as if he knew the secret of the machine. The sound of the whistle reverberated and the vehicle stopped. The noise on the platform. Some people started clapping. Some fell silent in surprise. The first few brave passengers, tickets in hand, got into the car with beating hearts. The women prayed for their sons and left. Tears welled up in one mother's eyes, but she was trying to smile. Then came the moment that everyone had been waiting for. The train rang, and the car started to move slowly. The sound of rubbing wheels, the sound of steam and the sound of whistles filled the air. The track sounded for the first time, as if he were happy that history is being written on it today. People were running and waving their hands alongside the train. Children were running and gasping but not stopping. People were standing on the roofs of all the houses in the village, all eyes fixed on the train. Slowly the train disappeared into the fog, but even after he left, a new light burned in the hearts of the village. This was not just a train journey, but the first step towards the future. This is the day when they say, "It is the day of the Lord." It wasn't just the train, it was the first sound of our dreams.